Schools are letting out for summer, temperatures are warming up, but it's never too early to start thinking about Toys for Tots. The campaign doesn't start until October, but the organization could really use our help right now. Sarah Decker joins us now. She is the Quad Cities Toys for Tots event coordinator. Sarah, welcome back.
Yeah,
a little earlier than usual.
Yes, unfortunately we ran into a situation where we did lose our warehouse for this upcoming campaign. We thank the city of Moline for hosting us the last couple of years.
Definitely, yeah.
But it's hard for us right now without a secured warehouse to continue our operations.
Yes, and we're talking 10,000 kids that benefited from Toys for Tots. I mean, you got thousands and thousands of donations.
Yes.
These have to go somewhere.
Yes, so our warehouse is basically our operating hub. It's where we receive toys, it's where we process the toys, and it's where we distribute the toys.
Okay.
So we have quite a few requirements for this, such as dock doors, 15 to 20,000 square feet preferably, and we do have 56 local volunteers who do work around the clock, so bathrooms would be great.
Sure, oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, so we're looking for a warehouse. So we're talking, this really needs to be something that is found very soon. I know you've had several, very kind people who have offered up spaces, but a little bit later this year. But really, it's something that is kind of an immediate need for your organization. Yeah,
I've had multiple businesses tell me, if it's not leased by mid-August, we'll let you know. And I'm like, oh, we start our campaign in the beginning of October. Yeah. That's when we start our registration and our whole campaign. So we're looking for something now. Even just getting the word out would help us a lot. But we do about 25,000 to 30,000 toys per year, and over 340 bikes are stored in our warehouse. So we do need quite big of a space.
All right, so worst case scenario, come October, Toys for Tots doesn't have a warehouse. So what happens with your organization at that point? At
that point, I don't think we would be able to accommodate the 10,000 kids that we do help, and I think it would be a much longer process than it typically is, because typically we can get all this done in about 3 months with all of our volunteers, but without a warehouse space and nowhere to store the toys, then we kind of run into a bunch of situations as how do we do our distribution? How do we get the toys ready for these families? And it's a very tough decision to make, and we're currently working on a plan B if that does happen, but we're really hoping that it doesn't.
Yeah, so this really could have a domino effect on your whole operations here for the season. So, we do want to point out that Toys for Tots is a 501(c), so it is a tax write-off.
Yes, it is a tax write-off for anyone who wants to donate space or anyone who donates monetary or donates toys. They can be able for a tax write-off with our actual coordinator, who is Sergeant Q as of right now. But we're hoping to get started as soon as possible, and we're hoping to make it a permanent space, not necessarily a temporary space. But we are willing to offer our help with whoever decides to offer us a warehouse in terms of getting it ready. We're not picky. We need somewhere to do this for the kids, the Quad Cities. And it is a very big impact. Not only do we do just Christmas for them, but we also help agencies and foster families throughout the year. So we're working year-round constantly. So it's very hard for us right now without an operating space.
Toys for Tots definitely a year-round effort, and the need is always growing as well.
Yes, we're always ending up with more families every year and more kids every year, which means more toys, more space, more people. So anyone who has any leads on anything can reach out to us through our Facebook page or our website, which is quad-cities.toysfortots.org.
Yeah, obviously that's the main reason why you're here today, is to get the word out that this warehouse is needed. So if you have the space, or someone who might have the space, you can get in contact with Toys for Tots. Let's talk about what we can do right now with the organization, because as we mentioned, the actual campaign for this year doesn't start until October 1st, and that's when you register. But if you want to get a head start, you can donate now. Yeah,
you can donate now. Like I said, if you reach out through our Facebook page and set up a donation time. Right now we don't really have a storage space or a very big storage space, but we will always take donations if you have anything new and unwrapped toys. And we also will take some summer toys, because we do some other summer events with some other nursing homes and some other kids around the community. So anything that you have, just reach out to us, whether it's space, toys, monetary donations, we will take them all year round.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the money donations as well. So even though that the 2025 Toys for Tots drive does not get underway until October 1st, which is when the registration starts. As Sarah was mentioning, you can donate all year long by visiting the website on your screen. That's quad-cities.toysfortots.org. And again, we're going to have this website on our website as well, kwqc.com. That's where you can also contact the organization if you have any of those suggestions for the warehouse that is desperately needed for Toys for Tots, and hopefully you guys can kind of find a permanent space so we don't run into this problem next year.
Yes, hoping so.
Sarah, thank you for your time today. We really appreciate it. All right, well, coming up on Quad Cities Live, it's not just a bedtime story.